Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your love and relationship reading for the month of November. I like to start off with a reading for my singles, and then I move into a reading for my couples. And right now we are working our way through Scorpio season and making our way into Sagittarius. So, the type of energy that we're working with for the month of November is all about transitioning and rebirth, and to give you a good perspective as to, what type of energy you're dealing with, reflect back on where you were this time last year and the different type of changes and, the way that you were feeling last year to give you some sort of understanding, of what you're going to be going through this month. The cosmic is, saying, okay, it's time to address some of these repressed issues and bring them to the surface so we can transition into something else. And, this type of energy is bringing out a lot of emotions in us. It's causing us to deal with a lot of anxieties. I am not excluded from this. I've been going through it as well. But right now, Sagittarius, where you are now is the Five of Swords. And it's really interesting, throughout, this series, fives are a constant theme, and it's all about doing that deep work, hard work. This is a feeling of being deceived, like somebody has taken advantage of you and it's generally in regards to some really stupid situation, and it's left you feeling like, what the hell? And there's a lack of understanding on your part because you just don't understand, why this person or this situation could happen, right? We also have the Ten of Swords, and this touches on the pain that you're feeling, the angst, the grief. It's hard and it hurts. But one of the wonderful things, and I think that this really touches on this transitional energy that we're dealing with, is 5 and 10s. They mark, the pivot of change. And as we work through these, we're going to be making our way into the Queen of Cups, which again is all about deep work, sorting out this crap that we're carrying around with us and moving forward and doing so with love and abundance. This is a healing type energy. And it's also, an abundance of love. So even though right now and throughout the month, the Five of Swords is going to be, bobbing its way in and out, but you're going to do this wonderful deep work. And this work is part of your path, and it's a very important key part of your path in order for you to transition into something great. So yeah, I get it. It sucks, but it's needed. And I have to remind myself that as well. Now, the foundation of this situation is the Emperor. This can touch on somebody who was in your life who was very strong-willed, follow me, I'm a leader type attitude. And sometimes this energy can be somewhat hard to swallow because it's overbearing. Overwhelming is a very good word for it. However, this person has wonderful intentions because, they come from a place of love and kindness, but they don't always understand their delivery. Which brings us to the Wheel of Fortune, and this touches on a change, a pivot. What goes up must come down, and trying to adjust to this situation. And generally, these two cards are connected. It reflects to a new. It refers to a connected situation. This sudden change, what goes up must come down. But things will work its way out again. But right now, there was a change that we're recovering from. Now, your aspirations are the King of Wands. This is sort of like a combination of a screw it type attitude. I'm going to make this happen. And this is also a very fast type of energy. So, right now for the month of November, I would try to refrain from making any rash decisions. The King of Wands wants to make things happen. They want things to happen really fast. But we have to kind of surrender ourselves to divine timing and trust that things are going to work out the way they're supposed to, which, by the way, side note, it hardly ever works out on our time frame. The divine has their own plan. But this energy, this strength, this kind of fuck it type attitude, I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to take this power in my own hands and I'm going to make this happen. Okay, this is, a very aggressive move forward type attitude. Now, we do have the Lover's card, which indicates, somebody coming into your life. You have this soulmate, twin flame type connection. But and when we think of the sixth, which Lovers is a sixth in the major arcana, it's relief from the energy of the fives. It's like a pause. It's the healing, right? And it's connected to the Queen of Cups, this deep work that we're doing, which is allowing this energy to come into our life. But it also presents us with a decision. And so for the month of November, take pause. Don't make any rash decisions. But, this is a choice to either walk this path alone or to walk this path with this individual. And in regards to the Three of Wands, which is the outcome, this is like picking up where you left off. This is doing the work that you've continued to work on. So I'm wondering if this Lovers is somebody that you already know, somebody making their way back from the past into your life. It could very well be this Emperor coming back for a second, go around. So with that said, I am going to pull a card from my moon deck, leave you with a mantra. My community is supportive, loving, and active in the world. Lean on your friends. When you're going through all this, don't keep this energy repressed. And, the love that you have around you will help support you and help guide you through this process. Okay, so don't keep things internalized. When we express things to the people we care about and trust, it's a release of energy and it helps us move forward on our healing path. So, with that said, I am going to move forward with a reading for my couples. More of this 5 energy that we've been dealing with for the month. Remember, it's all about deep work. Okay, so the first card in the spread is the Two of Swords, and this touches on the type of energy that you're bringing into this relationship. And this type of energy of having your walls up, sort of being in defense mode, and sometimes not even being aware of what you are defensive about, could come from some past experiences that we have had, and it's not limited to just romantic relationships. It could apply to any type of relationship, friendships, family members, where somebody has crossed you, somebody has hurt you, and it's a reluctance to share these inner vulnerabilities, to be completely open and authentic with your partner. And it's not that you don't mean to be, it's just that, exposing these inner vulnerabilities is scary. And, we want to keep this part of ourselves safe. So we have these walls, because we're kind of in protective mode. Now, where you are now in regards to this relationship, it's very interesting, because we have the Six of Wands here and the Seven of Swords here, and it's very different energy. The Six of Wands has to do with being in a state of pride. When we are happy that we have gotten to this point in regards to this relationship, and we are proud of where we're at. But then we move forward to the Seven of Swords, which touches on, where you want to take this relationship. And this could even embark on maybe having some trust issues where you think that there's more to this situation than meets the eye. And maybe you're wondering if you think that there's more to whatever it is that's going on with your partner than what you're aware of, that there's lots of different layers. And, this outlook could very well stem from your past experiences as well, and these walls that are up. Well, I'm freaked out of exposing my inner vulnerabilities, but why won't my partner expose theirs? Why won't they show me? What else is going on with this individual? And the type of energy that your partner's bringing into this relationship is the Two of Pentacles, and this has to do with balance. This can indicate that this person has a lot going on, and maybe because this person has so much going on that you're like, okay, well, again, what is this person keeping from me, right? But I think that this stems from this, our past experiences, which we carry around like burdens in a backpack from one relationship to the next. Now, where your partner's at in regards to this relationship is the Five of Cups. And this is a deep hurt card. This is a sense of loss. This person is focusing on... This person's trying to drink from an empty cup and isn't getting anything in return. And they're focusing on that aspect, what they don't have, instead of the things that they do have. Okay, so right now, there's a disconnect of what's going on with you and this individual. However, what this individual wants as far as the direction of this relationship is the Page of Cups. And this person, has this type of energy like, look, I want to make this work. I want to move forward and continue the progression of our relationship. Tell me what to do. I am a student, and let me learn what you want. Okay, so we have this wonderful openness, even though this person is going through some pain and some grief, okay? How you see this person is the Knight of Pentacles. This is an individual who likes to have all of their ducks in a row. And it's very interesting, the type of energy that's associated with this type of person, the way you see them. They like to take their time with moving forward with somebody, where the way they see you is the Knight of Swords, which is a much faster energy. This has to do with maybe, your partner taking their time with making a decision, where you make a decision, you hurry up and move forward with it, and you want it to be over like that. Right? Let's make this happen like that. And this person's like, wait a minute, let's take our time. Let's think about this. So we have a contrast of an energy, right? And we need to find some sort of common ground, okay? So even though I admire your tenacity and your perseverance, chill out. And find a common ground with your partner. And I think that in regards to this situation, so much of this situation can be fixed with just some authentic, raw communication. And the overall outcome is the Hierophant, which, has a heavy aspect of truth, right? Nurturing, but also relying on your past experiences in order to move forward. So even though our past is hindering us in some way from moving forward with those emotional burdens that we're carrying on our back, pull on those experiences and move forward from them to prevent mistakes that have been made in the past. And move forward. This has to do with life lessons and learning from them so that you don't repeat them. Communication is a key component. So with that said, I'm going to pull a card from my moon deck. I allow stillness to heal and reveal. And this is such a awesome card in regards to the Scorpio energy that we're dealing with for this month, which is all about, centering yourself and taking pause and refraining from any rash decisions. And, and that really speaks to the energy that we're dealing with of the Knight of Swords, which has to do with abrupt decision making and move forward without much thought, So take pause and think and simply be still, okay, before you move forward with any, major decisions. So with that said, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com. Thanks, you guys.